there, I'm Artistic Gamer 7 and welcome back to another Pokemon to Create a Sim video here. And today we are going to be turning Guzzlord into a sim. And let's just say I was not sure where I was going to fully go with this when I started. So some of this Pokemon that I have done in Series 2, I actually used a random number generator. I put 1 through however many Pokemon there were, hit the button, and whatever number it is, I put it jotted it down. Like whatever number Pokemon it turned out to be, I jotted that Pokemon down. And this was one of them. So, and honestly, when it comes to making sims in the past based off of Pokemon, a lot of them I chose them because I thought they would, like, not necessarily be easy, but, you know, could be turned into a sim that with what I knew I had, to a certain degree, or I just really liked the Pokemon, or thought I could have fun with it, and then I did, like, polls and things like that to narrow down the list, and so on and so forth. This was not one that would have probably ever made it if I did it that way, because, like, he is a very interesting looking Pokemon. You should be seeing him down in the bottom left corner. So he's basically an entire giant mouth. He is one of the Ultra Beasts, which is from Gen 7, Sun and Moon, and his code name is UB5 Glutton. This Pokemon literally will eat anything that he can. I did make him a vampire for the sole purpose that, he has, like, these pointed teeth-like things, and biting, and things like that. But this is a vampire who can't stop eating, basically. So, and this is also one of the sims that does not follow the rule of trying to make them look like a realistic person. Obviously, the skin tone does not. But considering it's an Ultra Beast also, when it comes to the Ultra Beasts and the Legendaries, I'm definitely more willing to go out of the normal skin tone range. But let's be honest, if I see a moment where it just, I think it would be better or more fitting, I'll jump on it. I have a few Pokemon that, even in this series, that I know don't really fit in the normal skin tone spectrum, but it just, when making them, it didn't feel right to put them in the normal skin tone spectrum, so I didn't. But, yeah, so this guy is a dark gray color, which, obviously, as you can see, he is almost a darkish black color. I didn't want to go too dark with the skin, because I knew with the clothing, to find the style of clothing I sort of was more leaning towards, and also the color-wise, I knew the colors were going to be darker, so skin tone is lighter, but honestly, I don't think I had too many options that would have made it too much darker anyway. Most skin tones are not a full-on black. I probably have, like, 1 or 2, like, skin tone options and skin details that could make it that color, but I didn't want to go too dark, because his hair and clothes would have started blending in anyway. But, yeah, so I basically did make him look really creepy. He's got the very pale blue eyes that doesn't have an iris, because he has the Pokemon has pale blue eyes that sort of look like they probably glow, and that doesn't have an iris. I gave him horns just to try to bring in more of that spiky lookingness, because he has all these spikes protruding out of his mouth, on his body, and technically, in a way, like, these pincher-like things are coming out of his mouth, and he uses that to grab things and bring them to his mouth. When I say this Pokemon eats a whole lot. But when it came to his style, I basically was wanting to have, like, you know, blacks and maybe some dark, like, some blue colors. I don't have as much blue as I'd wanted, because, you know, the inside of his mouth, as you can see, is like a blue color. But we can pretend when he opens his actual mouth that maybe it is a blue color. But I did go with blacks and some grayish blues when it came to his clothes, just because I thought that was fitting for this Pokemon. He definitely has a very dark feel to him. In fact, he is a dark dragon type. So, and something to me about this Pokemon and the sim as I was creating it, if was going to wear clothes, screamed jacket, so I had to have him wear a jacket. Like, that was just in my head as I started making the sim, and the more I looked at the Pokemon. So, definitely went for a jacket. I tried to have, like, zippers and things like that. just because, I don't know, it just felt right for him. And I actually ended up making him pretty quick. In fact, I don't have this sped up nearly as much as I speed up a lot of them. Usually my slowest ones are children, just because children don't have as many options and things like that. But, he ended up being one of those ones. As I was creating him, things were just coming together quite easily and flowing quite well, so I was actually able to quickly make this sim compared to usual. In fact, if I would have sped him up to the first speed that I normally go to, I have 2 speeds that I go to. I go to one first to see how long or short it is on that speed. Usually it's about the right length or still a little bit on the longer side. And then I go up to another speed, and I went to the first speed and it would have been like 5 minutes. So I actually had to slow it down and then, add the screenshots, and I added 2 more screenshots than usual, because usually I try to go anywhere from 5 to 7 depending on if there's groups involved. So if it's a group, like in the individual sim gets like 5 and then they get like so many together. But anyway, these are just little random things that I have. But yeah, so I do think he actually turned out pretty decent, pretty well. I think, in some ways he does represent the Pokemon. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear about him and see what you think about how he is. He is on the scary side, but come on, look at the Pokemon. He's definitely a scary looking Pokemon. But yeah, I still had fun, and I really actually ended up enjoying this more than this one more than I thought it was. So, I'm definitely glad I actually got a chance to do that. I'm going to be including more random ones in Series 3, because I am going to be ending this for a temporary time soon. So Series 2 will come to end, but Series 3 will be coming around the corner at some point. But anyway, I hope you liked this video. If so, please hit that lovely like button, subscribe, and all that lovely YouTube goodiness. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!